Karthik, sit down, Karthik. Nice to meet you. Everyone give a hand for Karthik sitting down having a discussion. No, you don't get to take the microphone. Sorry. He is, wow, that's very college student of you. My microphone. But you didn't earn it. Mine. I'm kidding. Okay, I am pro Second Amendment. Yeah. I support the Second Amendment wholeheartly. It seems to me that you disagree. If you do, I'm willing to hear your arguments and have my mind changed.
Sure. So I just want to clarify. I don't necessarily disagree with the Second Amendment itself.
You don't disagree. Yeah, you don't disagree with the Second Amendment itself.
I disagree with certain implementations of gun policy itself.
Okay. Well, hold on a second. No, it doesn't. It doesn't work. Okay. It doesn't work if we say, well, first off, what do we agree on the Second Amendment to mean? And this is something that we see a lot. You see a lot when people come up and they're a little bit more confident. And then people see some discussions kind of unravel the way they did, and they go, well, I'm not really a socialist. I'm not really against the Second Amendment. I'm against gun policy implementation is what you've said now. Well, it doesn't work for me, but okay. Let's go along that trail. Sure. First off, what do you believe the Second Amendment to mean?
I mean, I believe it's the right to bear arms, regardless of whatever type of gun it is.
I know we're going to have you speak up, Karthik.
Okay, sorry.
You can yell at me, it's okay. Just don't call me autistic.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, so I believe that the Second Amendment is, it's the right to bear arms. So that can include any type of gun.
Okay.
Right? But I think from a policy standpoint, right?
Can you guys hear him? No. Okay. Karthik, you're gonna have to speak up or we can't do this.
Okay, so I believe that from a policy standpoint, we have to regulate certain types of guns or just certain types of situations to account for certain external.
Karthik. Okay. You're very nice, but your voice is like white noise.
Okay.
We need to hear you. All right. And I'm not saying I don't want to give you the boot, but if they can't hear you, we can't have the conversation.
Sure, okay, so I really believe that the gun...
There we go. You starting to hear him? Yeah? Good. Okay. They're cheering you, Karthik. They're rooting for you over me. Go. Sound off like you got a pair.
So I believe that I believe that there are certain situations where the government has to step in to account for certain externalities that might exist within, whether or not that's the economy or the society. So from a certain standpoint, I agree that we should, be very... Well, I use this term lightly, but I believe we should be very liberal in terms of the type of guns we allow in the in the society. I just think that we have to place certain regulations to prevent certain So I'll get into that, right? So.
Well, hold on a second. What matters most is you said the Second Amendment is the right to bear arms.
Yes.
You said period.
Yes.
Okay. So what matters is also the why. Why?
I believe that it's to prevent against an oppressive government.
Yes. For both internal and external threats. So we would both agree on that.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because actually they're often not teaching that in schools. So I appreciate that you actually acknowledge that okay, the Second Amendment is to protect ourselves from a tyrannical government. Historically understand why that exists, and you said that we should be very liberal, including most firearms.
Yeah.
And now you've said certain externalities. So that's the reason why and by the way, we would both have to agree it's Amendment number 2. In our Constitution, it's a fundamental human right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so now I'd like you to go on with why and when we should strip people of their human rights.
Sure. So, from my general understanding, there are 2 major problems with guns, and I don't think that mass shootings in general is. I think it's
Can you guys hear Karthik?
Okay. So I don't. Okay, so
Karthik, I need you to speak up.
Yeah. So I don't believe that mass shootings I don't believe that mass shootings are the problem that we have to be looking at. Because when we look at gun violence, the problems that I see are gang violence and gun-related shootings related to suicide. Right. So these are the real problems that I think I see with gun deaths, gun violence right now. So I think these are the externalities that we have to try to account for. Now. So
you mean, for example, you talk about gang violence. So externalities like crime.
Yeah, sorry.
Now you guys got him nervous. He's literally eating the mic. Jerks. Like crime.
Right, absolutely.
So we should outlaw crime.
No, I agree. No, I think that we do need to. I think we need to attack this from a standpoint.
Okay, hold on. So let's stop doing this. What changes would you make to the Second Amendment, or what do we need to do differently? Because I don't want to walk around in circles here, especially when people can hear. Second Amendment right now gives me the right to keep and bear arms to protect myself against a tyrannical government or someone kicking in my door, or if all of the above. What problem do you have with it?
So I think just as an addendum to the Second Amendment, right? And this is going to be very, very unpopular, right? But I think we need a gun registry. I think we need to keep a tally on who has guns. And hold on. I believe this because I think it can actually aid in law enforcement, right? You can actually create risk pools, so where gun violence is likely to occur based on, how many suicides have occurred in a certain area, right?
Okay.
So if you have a gun registry, you can actually tally that data, and you can create corresponding.
I appreciate taking time, Karthik. That's where we're going to end this one. Appreciate it. Give it up for Karthik, everybody. It's hard to hear him. And the only reason I'm doing this is because there's no way. Hold on a second. Hands down. There's no way you can go wherever you want, or you can hang around for a bit. There's no way that my mind will be changed on this, because we just talked about, okay, the Second Amendment, what it is. It's a fundamental human right to defend against a tyrannical government. And this is one thing that kind of happens at the left. It's a circular feedback loop. What's the solution? To give the government the ability to know exactly who has guns, when they have guns, where they have guns. Why? To empower the police force. Keep in mind, the left today, as we know them, of course, as today's social movement, these are the people who believe that police officers are offing black kids in record numbers just because of the melanin in their skin. So to say that we acknowledge that the Second Amendment is a fundamental human right to defend against a tyrannical government would fly in the face of the idea of a gun registry. And if you look at this, you look at the Australian buyback that people often point to, you look at what's happened in places where there are gun registries, yes, it is used directly to infringe upon people's human rights, which is the entire purpose of the Second Amendment in the first place. I just didn't want to continue down that trail. I know you guys couldn't hear him. I don't think it's a particularly convincing argument. The second I hear gun registry, I'm not on board.
Watch Louder with Crowder live, Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern.